Hey, what's up? It's Keith Kalfas with Influencer You, and I want to share with you a powerful lesson that I learned when you start growing your social media, your online influence, becoming an influencer online. And it's about being a know-it-all and thinking that you are somebody cooler than what you actually are. And it takes me back to Seattle. I live in Michigan, but a couple of years ago, I did a speaking engagement in Seattle. And so I got everything paid for, and I flew out there, and I flew out one of my best friends, who's an amazing videographer, Quentin Howell. He's a filmmaker. He's amazing. He flies out with me, and before I speak, he's setting up cameras all the way and putting a microphone on me, and people are impressed because they're like, wow, this Keith Kalfas guy, he has his own videographer? He's just my friend Quentin. But yeah, I guess I have my own videographer because I'm a social media expert, and that's why I just ate fruit and veggie kick right now, lots of vegetables. And I got a keynote speech in 2 weeks. I'm flying to Orlando, and I'm speaking as a keynote speaker in front of an entire international thing. It's a huge, biggest opportunity ever. And that's why I'm talking about this. It's so important. So anyways, that's why I got flown out there, is because I'm a social media guy. But here was the issue. I was actually in the room with people, speaking to and in front of people that were made double, triple, quadruple the amount of revenue that I made in my business. I just happen to be good at social media. I should have been there as a student learning from all of them and taking notes. Sure, when you go up and you speak for your half an hour or your hour about what you're an expert at, that's good. But you should also be the student. Well, there are different points during the event, the first half of the event, when every time something came up about marketing, because I'm a marketing guy, I was so excited. I kept raising my hand and wanting to give input and add value to the event while we were sitting around, because I had studied all this stuff, and I was so excited to keep sharing and sharing and sharing all the stuff that I had learned, or at least thought I knew about marketing. And at break time, my friend Quentin is also a business owner. He's outside and he's filming stuff and getting B-roll and messing with his camera lenses. What I mean is he's a business owner, but he also used to own the type of business at the event we're at. So he's very familiar with the territory, very wise man. And I go up next to Quentin and I start talking to him. He says, it's just him and I now. We're out by the water and everybody's still inside of the event. And I go out to hang out with my friend on break. Hey, what's up, Quentin? He's like, hey, Keith, I want to share something with you. And because of our friendship, I don't want you to take offense to it, because what I'm saying is I mean well, and I'm just trying to help you. Can I offer a suggestion? I go, yeah, what's going on, Quentin? And Quentin says to me, you want to go outside? Get the squirrel? My dogs want to go outside. It's okay. Go outside, get the squirrel. Yeah, get the squirrel. Get the squirrel. So Quentin says, some of the people in the event are giving you funny looks, and they're throwing you shade, and they're looking at you, giving you funny looks. I look, what are you talking about? He's like, well, I understand that you're excited about all the stuff that you know, but you're coming across as a know-it-all, Keith. And it's not a good look, and it's not working because people are feeling uncomfortable. Anyways, he said he noticed people, especially some certain people, they kept looking over at me and they were very irritated by me. And in that moment, dude, I just like all my confidence drained out of my body. And I realized that I was in an illusion. I was deluding myself. And all of a sudden, my eyes filled up with tears. I go, what? A know-it-all? I don't even mean to be that way at all. What are you talking about? He's like, well, I'm just saying. I know you have a good heart, but you're coming across as a know-it-all. You keep raising your hand and you're talking too much. And, dude, in that moment, it hit me like a ton of bricks that he was telling me the truth and he was being a real friend. And that was the thing that I needed to hear that changed my whole life. From that perspective, I had tears in my eyes. I was ashamed of myself. I couldn't fucking believe it, dude. I was acting that way and not even aware of it. How immature. So I shaped my act up, had a lot of humility, and I went back into the event as a student, humble, looking in everybody's eyes, not talking, but listening and taking notes, and going up, and I found the people that were looking at me the most. And I went next to them and I started excited, asking for advice and taking notes and really being genuinely interested in other people to learn from them as a humble student. And by the time that event was over, everybody, as far as I could tell, not that it mattered that they liked me, but they liked me and they appreciated my attendance at the event, and it turned out to be good and a great experience. And I even made a couple friends where it could have gone bad and I could have left a lasting negative impression, which I might have. And from that moment forward, whenever I walk into a live event, I don't care if I'm just an attendee, a student, or I'm the speaker or the keynote speaker. I'm walking into that event as a student and as a member of the community, proud, who has his thinking cap on, his student hat on. I've got my notepad and I'm taking notes. I don't think I'm better than anybody else, and I'm there to learn. Even if I'm the keynote speaker, I'm there to serve and to learn and to add value, but not to be a know-it-all and not to be somebody who's constantly stupid. Anyways, you got the message. Powerful lesson, and I learned my lesson that day, and it was because of my friend Quentin. All right, I'll see you in Orlando.